Okay, next step. Let's see if we can do this. I gotta put this in. First I gotta hold the button in, right? First I gotta hold that. And I keep this door out just a little bit. Before I put these batteries back in, I've gotta hold the button. Okay, now put that in. Hold it down. Now that should retract here in a minute. Come on. I wonder if I have to have this on-off button on down below. It didn't say anything about that, but I'll bet you that's probably what it is. We'll see. Well, I don't know. We'll try it again here. Press the button in, and then push this in. Nothing's happening. Oh, there. Well, the green light went on, but nothing retracted or anything. What the heck? Now, the green light went on. It did, didn't it? But it didn't, this didn't go halfway in, but the green light went on. Let's see what the deal is. It said when the green light went in, it's okay. Okay, make sure the door is open and the latch is extended. Press and hold the lock button. Do not release. Then insert the battery pack. Continue holding the lock button. Oh, look at the lock button on the outside, silly beanie. I was pressing the one on the inside. I'm glad I'm kind of going over this again. LED flashes green is success, but nothing happened. Okay, so see, we did it wrong. I did it wrong. My mistake. That's why you just do things, read the directions, and if they don't happen just right, don't get too upset about it. Let's do it again. Okay, there's the lock button. Okay, that's the one I gotta hold. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, we're both learning at the same time. There was a black button here, but that wasn't it. I'm pulling this back out. Okay, now I'm gonna hold the button in on the outside. I'm gonna push this in. Look at that. The red button came on. Now why did the red button come on? Okay, we're gonna figure this out together. I think I know why. Because I was reading something on here. Let's see. If unsuccessful, repeat. Here it says, no, latch bolt will only retract halfway, remain solid. I was reading something that said if it does not retract, it might be because the mounting screws are too tight. I don't know where I read that. Isn't that something? I forget where I read that. I'm not sure exactly. Latch bolt will retract if unsuccessful. I read it somewhere where if it's not doing it all the way, it might be because the mounting screws are too tight. But before I mess with that, let's go ahead and try this again. Okay, it's red now. I'm gonna pull that out. I'm gonna try it again. I've got the lock button on. Now I'm gonna push this in. Okay, come on, see, it's the red button's on. I've got to think about this. I'm going to try to find where it showed that, and I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. I may have to loosen up those screws just barely. Might have it too tight, and that might be preventing this from sliding over. Okay. All right, I'll figure it out. We'll learn this together. I think I found out what the issue was, and I'm pretty sure I read it, and I remember reading it. I didn't try it though. It's after I installed this and this backing plate. See, here's the keys. It says insert key and test latch. If latch does not extend or retract smoothly, adjust screws, which are these two mounting screws. Remove key when finished and make sure the latch bolt is fully extended. So once I tighten that up, I should have tested this because that's what's happening. Let's just see here. Let's just see what's going on. Okay, I'll get you set right here. Now when I put the key in here, I should be able to turn this, and this should go in or out nice and easy. We'll see it's hitting. It's not going in right. And that tells me after I tighten up this, I'll have to pull this back off, and those two mounting screws, after I get that, I need to make sure that this key is running smoothly back and forth to get this out. That's why this is not working, because it's not pulling this out, because this is rubbing. Okay, now I've got the mounting screws too tight, and I'll adjust that, get this to work so I can do this again, and we'll try this out. Okay, so for the time being, I'm just going to pull this battery pack out. I'm going to leave that out so I can take that apart and all that good stuff. Be right back to you. I had to try this a few times because those screws, the thing is with this door, I forgot it's a metal clad door. It's a steel door frame or a door. And when you tighten it, when you tighten everything in, this has a tendency to want to push in because they didn't have blocks on both sides properly. So when you go to tighten that, you think it's almost tight, and then you tighten a little bit more to get everything adjusted, and you're kind of pinching, squeezing this door in just barely too much to allow this not to work properly. And so I had to mess with that a little bit, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay? Just to give it a happy medium, because this latch or this lock is ever so loose towards the top. You know, just barely. If I tighten it any more, then this thing doesn't want to seem to work. I'm pressing that in, putting this back in. It went in halfway. Now the light should be green this time, and it is. Okay? So you've got to check that. If that light happens to be red and you're doing this, you might think, what's going on here? Well, check that to make sure, okay? So now I'm ready for the next step to put this back together and see what I have to do next. Yeah, this is taking me longer than I thought. I knew it would. only because certain things happen along the way. Always give yourself enough time to do a project. Don't think, oh yeah, they say I can do that in 15 minutes. Don't believe them, and don't think, oh, okay, I got to go somewhere and I only got 45 minutes to do this. Yeah, I can do that. Give yourself plenty of time in case something goes wrong or you need a little bit of extra time to make it right.